when we sing our songs in the morning, when we offer our gratitude, offer our petitions, our prayers, our thankfulness about our life and whatever we need to do, not just for us, but for other people too. We can do that. For our family, for our friends, for our community. And it's more important right now about what's happening. I know some people are saying, let's pray at 11 o'clock, let's pray at 1. But I'm continually doing it. I'm constantly doing it. I'm doing it when I do my pipe. I'm doing it when I have my fires. I'm doing it when we do ceremonies. I'm doing it when I'm singing. So the first thing I want to do is, before I go any further, is I'm going to offer a song and do that part. I don't think I said what EdebwedOgichidaa means, and it means she who speaks the truth, woman warrior leader, and it came in a couple of ways. The first part came as she who speaks the truth, and the warrior part came when I was really sick and I was up in Dan Pine's Lodge up in Garden River, and that part came at a ceremony to be added to my name. And then another time when I got sick, again, a ceremony was happening, and they said my name would be She Who Protects Mother Earth with the Lakota people. And when I finished Sundance a few years ago, another name came, and it's Rainbow Quay Women. Rainbow Quay Woman, which means to me, I do work at Jilla's place. I was working there with Dr. Hill and Elva Jameson, and I was doing the counseling, and sometimes we do work together. Elva does a lot of the readings, and she does the herbalism. And when I work with people, I can see those chakra points, and I can tell when I'm done because they all light up to me, or different chakra points call attention to me where I'm supposed to work in that area with them, through counseling, through drumming, through singing, through my words, through processing. So I'm going to sing this song first, and offer my tobacco. This is my tobacco right here. I keep it in a little container. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tobacco down so that I can continue from whatever words Creator is guiding me to say for this video. I didn't think I was going to get it done because there were so many things happening, and I knew I had to get it done, so I ended up choosing to work in my building because I'm trying to start a holistic center that has been a dream for about 20 years that started, and all these little pieces I've been trying to do to get to this point. And sometimes dreams take a while to come, or to act upon, or to play out. And maybe it's for my grandson and my grandchildren to carry on, and I'm just supposed to get it ready. I'm not sure, but I'm not this far anyway. But these are my prayers. So EdebwedOgichidaa. So this is the Wildflower song, and this song used to be sung, and it came from the grandmas or our ancestors when the children were running. Oh, it was explained to me as when the children were running and hiding, that they would hide under the women's skirts and amongst the wildflowers, you know, because we never cut the grass like we do now so much around our homes, and everything was medicine. But now when I sing this song, when I hear this song, it's when I'm working with people, and when it comes is when they need that innocence. They want to get in touch back with that innocence, and they want to take that innocence back, whatever type of abuse they may have have encountered, they want that innocence back for their inner child. So this is one tool that was more or less taken away from us, the wagon and the tickhook. Some people call this a striker, but I find it very uncomfortable to call that a striker, because to me that English word means hitting someone. And in the teaching, the wagon and the tickhook is an extension of the arm. So in the teachings, the big drum was given to the women to give to the men, so that they could have that connection to Mother Earth. Like women have that connection all the time to the earth, because we are life givers. We are life givers, and we are just like the earth. She's a woman. That's why we call her our Mother Earth. And if people don't have a biological mom, they know that can be more of their mother too. It's everybody's mother. When we go fasting, we ask her to embrace us, to keep us warm. She gives us everything. She was created for life, for everything. So when we think about women, and life wouldn't be able to carry on without the women. So sometimes humans, we forget about those teachings, we forget about things, and stuff happens. So the story is about Anishinaabe and the Lakota people, or the Sioux people. They're just warring and fighting and arguing all the time. And the women would hide, the children would hide when this was happening all the time. And a young girl wanted to stop this, and she was going to find the answer, but everybody was making fun of her because she was just a young girl. And the people were laughing at her, and all of a sudden she decided to go upon the land. And she went upon the land, and she was asking that question. They knew she was serious, so they all helped her to get upon the land. And she went out, and she stayed out there for 7 days. But sadly, no answer came. But she was such a strong young girl that she decided that she was going to go out for more than 7 days, and stayed out there for 14 days. And even after 14 days of fasting upon the land, there was no answer. There was no answer yet. But she wasn't going to give up. She stayed out there for 7 more days. For 21 days she stayed out there, waiting for an answer. And nothing. There was nothing. And then on the 28th day, when she was ready to come back into the community to say she couldn't find an answer, all of a sudden she seen this round object descending from the sky. And it was a circle of some type of thing, object. And as it was coming down out of the sky, she knew before it touched the ground that she had to catch it with her skirt instinctively. To catch it before it touched the ground, because she knew it wasn't supposed to touch the ground. So she caught it, and then all of a sudden these grandfathers appeared across from her, and they taught her about what this drum meant, this Dewagan. They taught her about the songs and how it helps lift the people, and it's like the vibrations go within the body and help lift, because we are just made up of energy, and that's what the vocals are. We all have a different tune within inside of us. If we record our voice, we all have a different sound, a different chord. When me and my 7 children sing, that's what it feels like. It feels like a choir all coming up together, and it's all like beams of light, and then we all meet up here. And I can tell when one's missing, when one's not there singing with us. I feel sad when they're not there. So that's what these drums and songs are about, is that reminder of Mother Earth. But for the men, it was given to them to remind where they come from, and where they come from, Mother Earth, and the tikkuk, and how they connect when they hit that drum, how they connect to the heartbeat of Mother Earth, and how Creator put Creator's heartbeat into everything when creation happened, into the center of the earth, into the center of the sun, into the center of Grandma Moon, into the center of everything, into us. So every time the teaching is, every time our heart beats, Mother Earth's heart is beating, and Creator's heart is beating. And all these thoughts that we get, we are living out Creator's thoughts. And to help us stay calm and connected is when we feel that heartbeat inside of us. That's when we say that we are so interconnected to everything. It's not outside of us that we are praying to. It's in here. We already carry it in here. All we have to do is tap sometimes. I can hear them drumming outside, my grandkids right now. Even like there's a couple of drums on the picnic table outside, and they're drumming, and they always want to drum constantly and sing. And they've been like that since they were small, and my children. They all sing, they all dance. So she took that back to the village, and she shared it amongst the people. She shared it amongst the people, and she shared it amongst the community, the songs and the teachings around the drum. And she approached the Sioux people, and she approached the Anishinaabe people, and they agreed that they would put their weapons down and get back to that peaceful way inside, and picked up the songs and picked up the drum. And it's still like that all across the world with Indigenous people, is that drumming and singing and dancing is helps us keep grounded and able to share with each other. So when I look at this drum, even the big drum, it's made of deer hide, the outer layer. Sometimes it's on the top and it's on the bottom. So, and when I beat it like this, it gets louder and louder. And even when there's a couple of men around, it's louder and louder and louder. Or even the double beat, it talks about the heartbeat. So when the skin is around there, it talks about that kindness about the deer. So when the men go hunting and they are to be into the bush, they have to be aware of all the trees, what certain trees are for the fire, what wood is certain for building things, for making things, what trees are good for medicines, where to hunt, how to hunt, what tools are good for hunting. And when they take their tobacco and they ask for sustenance for their families and food for their families and clothing and deer hide, and those deers decide amongst themselves who is going to give up their life, because they love us so much, and the fish, all these different animals, they love us so much. They're deciding who's going to give up their life